What's going on, guys? Aero here, and guys, I just woke up this morning and found out that the Pokemon Company has finally put out another new trailer for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I mean, it's about time that we finally got a trailer. I know you guys have been asking for information about these games, and so many people want to know some information. And I know a lot of people were saying, well, since Worlds is coming up, maybe Mr. Masuda is going to show something there, and that's what I was thinking as well. Now, we did get a new trailer here. Now, I don't know if this is the one that he's going to show, or if this is the one that he already showed. I don't really know how this trailer got here because I just literally woke up and saw this. But yeah, let's go through it, and I'm sort of going to analyze here on the spot and try to find some stuff that I can talk about with you guys. But yeah, in the beginning of the trailer, it pretty much just starts off with the logos of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and then if we move a little bit in there, it just says welcome to a new adventure. So that's pretty cool. Obviously it's going to be like a new adventure with new stuff to do. Then we just get a little bit of the starter Pokemon, but it's pretty interesting how the starter Pokemon, if you look at the location where they're being shown at, it's not in the like Icky Town where it was in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So that looks like maybe there's a new location in this game where you're actually going to be getting the starter Pokemon. So that seems pretty interesting, and it's still the same basic 3 Pokemon from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now here is the part in the trailer where I saw the most interesting thing and what's really confusing me right now, because if you guys look at this like few seconds right here, you guys can see that it's the trainer running around, but then there's a Rockruff that's following the person. Now I know this is leading many people like in the whole Pokemon community to talk about and speculate whether walking Pokemon are going to be returning. Now I know some people said that it might not be happening, and this could just be some part of the story where, like, let's say like a Rockruff is lost or something and you have to bring it back home to a trainer, or it could mean that they actually got some way of having every single Pokemon being able to follow behind you. Like, it could be possible, but it's still very hard to tell, guys. Like, I mean, we already know that the 3DS's power is very hard for like Game Freak to work with. Like, they couldn't even get the 3D working, and you guys know if you were playing on like the original DS or like the 3DS, if you're playing the original 3DS and if you were doing like those totem battles, you know how slow down those battles were to get, like whenever you were in those types of battles. So I don't know if they could actually have some way of getting to make sure that they could get all of those Pokemon to have walking animations and follow behind you in the overworld without there being like lag or like an FPS drop or something. But if they could, that's very cool. I mean, I'm very happy if they were able to get walking animations for all these Pokemon, because I'm sure you guys know that it was in the code of the game. You know, like when Pokemon Sun and Moon were data mined, I'm sure you guys know about this, but like there were walking animations that were in the code of the game, and it had like a walking animation for like Rowlet and pretty much every single Pokemon. So it would make sense if all they had to do was somehow just make sure that those walking animations made it into the overworld. But yeah, this is definitely the thing that I found the most interesting, and I really hope that you know, walking Pokemon are back, because I would love to have that, and I would hope that makes a return in the Pokemon Switch game as well. But yeah, hopefully it is back and it's not just some sort of part in the story. The next thing that we're going to be seeing here is some sort of like forest, and I think to me this forest looks like the first trial that happens in Pokemon Sun and Moon. If you guys remember, I think it was Elima, that was the name of the person. So I think this is the trial. So unfortunately to me, this seems like trials are going to be making a return, and it's not going to be gym battles like how I know a lot of people want them. I did like a poll on Twitter and I asked, like, do you guys want gym battles or do you want trials? And a majority of you guys said you wanted gym battles, but to me this looks like that trials are probably going to be returning, because it's showing this forest again. And there's probably going to be like a new totem Pokemon now that you're going to have to beat and stuff. So I don't know, maybe this could be turned into like a gym or something, and this is like a gym, because we do see like an NPC here. Maybe this is like a person you have to battle in there, and once you get farther in, there's more NPCs. That would be awesome if this actually turned into a gym. But yeah, that's all I can see from here. It just looks like the forest from the original game. Next up, we've got like a little scene with some executors, Alolan executors, just sort of like dancing around, and we see like that little Magikarp thing in the background. So this reminds me of like that Seafolk Village place. So maybe this is like that executor island in the game, but I guess in this game, in Ultra Sun and Moon, it's actually in the overworld. Like, you're going to be able to see executors, so that's pretty cool as well. I think it's going to be awesome seeing these Pokemon in the overworld, so that's pretty interesting. Next up, we get a little bit of some footage on this new new trainer, and I'm pretty sure this trainer actually was in Pokemon Sun and Moon, but she had like no role in the story. I think her name was like Kahili. She's one of the Elite Four members. She uses flying type Pokemon, but I know this was definitely one of those questions that I had when I first saw her in the Elite Four in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm like, who is this person? Who is she? Like, I have never even heard of her, and her story was just like, oh yeah, I used to be a powerful trainer, I completed all of the island challenges, and then I sort of just left to become a good golfer, but then Professor Kukui invited me back to be a part of the Elite Four, so I had to make a return. So hopefully it's going to be cool if she actually has a role in the story in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. Hopefully we get to learn some stuff about her, because she looks like a pretty interesting character. So yeah, hopefully we get to learn more about her. We also get something from Ryuki, and yeah, so it says right here, the name's Ryuki, I'm what you might call a star. So this was something that I was sure that was going to be in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as well. I mean, Ryuki was also a character in Pokemon Sun and Moon who we didn't really know much about. He didn't really have any sort of like part in the story or anything like that, and I knew from his design that he looked like some type of significant character, because you guys know whenever there's like characters that are in Pokemon, you can tell who's a secondary character from their design and who's like a primary character, because they always have some type of different design for their primary characters. There's like a different shirt, there's usually like a new hairstyle or something, but you know, whenever there's NPCs that are just normal, it's the same like white shirt with pants and all. So it's like with his design, Ryuki, I knew like this man is definitely significant in some way, but he didn't do anything in Ultra Sun and Moon, or in Sun and Moon, so that's why I'm like, maybe he'll do something in Ultra Sun and Moon, and that's what it looks like here, so that's awesome. We also got a little bit of footage here on this Alolan Vulpix, so I don't really know what that's gonna be. You know, it just looks like it might be in like the Aether Foundation, because if we look to the right there, you can see like a person from the Aether Foundation, so maybe that's what this is about. Moving on, we can just see more of the trainer walking towards in the region, so that looks pretty interesting. And then it just says new secrets of the Alola region will be revealed. Now we can see right here, I'm going to quickly pause it at like the map of the Alola region. So I really like how the Alola region seems to have like this whole sunset sort of theme. I don't really know if this is just like the design that they use when they're designing the map, but still it looks pretty interesting. The thing that I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to catch is that if we look on Pony Island, at the very top we have some sort of hole coming out of it, like a ghosty hole. Now I'm pretty sure like 99% that this is going to be like an ultra wormhole, so it looks like maybe Pony Island is going to be the island where a lot of ultra beasts are going to have like attacking, you know, stuff on Pony Island. Maybe a lot of ultra beasts that are going to come out there, and that's probably going to be where maybe like the fusions are going to take place between Necrozma and Solgaleo and Lunala or something like that, because that's where we get the Sun Flute, the Moon Flute, and all of that too. So I think that's probably where all that's going to happen, so I can't wait to see all of that stuff. And the next thing it just says is a new look for our hero, so it just shows us like how the new avatars look, so that's pretty interesting as well. Not really much stuff to show there. And then it just goes ahead and talks about Rockruff Special Evolution, which we already know about. They already showed us the Dusk form, so we already know about that. And yeah, it just shows us like the moves it can learn and stuff like that. And it just says only certain Rockruff will evolve into the Dusk form. So yeah, then it just shows us the cover for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So this was pretty much like exactly the same as the cover that I was showing you guys in my speculation videos. So I wasn't really going to think that they were going to change it up and put something like really different than what they showed us eventually. It's usually the legendary Pokemon that are on there. So yeah, there you guys go. That is the English trailer. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but actually whenever we have Pokemon trailers for new games like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they also have a trailer that comes out in Japan. But the thing about the Japan trailer is that it's actually different in some ways than the English trailer. So I thought it would be still interesting to go through the Japanese trailer and see if there's anything new that we could talk about. So that's what I'm going to be going through now. So let's see. I mean, obviously, we're not going to be able to read any of the text that pops up, but I think it'd still be fun to see just the new visuals that are on screen. So yeah, the first thing it shows is obviously the logos for the game. It shows the new characters and their avatar. Alright, so now here it shows something new. It just shows the scene with Solgaleo and Lunala fused again, so that's pretty cool. We also get a view of that trial again, so that's pretty interesting as well. Oh yeah, and now you can take a look. If it pans out a little more and we can see another trainer on the back there, so I think this could actually be a gym. It looks like it could be a gym, because if we think about it, there's like a straight path here, so you're gonna have to battle two of these trainers, and then at the tree over there, maybe like Ilima or someone else is waiting there for a gym battle. I really hope that gyms are back, guys. I want gyms to return, but who knows what this could be. We also get more footage on this Executor Island, more about Kahili, Ryuki, so that's good, same as always, same as the other one. Alright, so more about this Alolan Vulpix, that's fine. I don't know what this says. Okay, now it talks about these trainers, so that's still pretty much the same thing we saw before. Same footage. Alright, the Rockruff walking around. We get some stuff on the starter Pokemon. Alright, so you guys can see right here, it shows us like where you're choosing the starter Pokemon, and obviously this location is different than Icky Town, so like I said before, so I can't wait to see how this is going to play and where you're actually going to be able to get your starter Pokemon now. So that looks interesting. It just shows you holding up the Pokemon again. I don't know what this text says. Okay, so now it's actually showing us something cool, which is the Z ring, and this is the special Z ring that we were all talking about when Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were first revealed. So this is like that black Z ring, and it just shows you how the trainer is using it. I don't really see anything significant about it right now. It just shows us how it's black, but it's still pretty interesting. You can see right here the trainer is using it, and it's still using all of those Z moves pretty normally, just like how they would in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So there's nothing significant right now, but I'm sure we'll learn something more about it as we go further into the games. And that pretty much just ends it off on the trailer. I mean, then like it just shows us the box arts for the games and more about the Rockruff form, which we already know about. So yeah, not that much new information in the Japanese trailer, but we did get to see a few things that we didn't see in the English trailer. So there you go, guys. Those are the new trailers for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. We got to see both the American trailer and the Japanese trailer, so hopefully you guys really enjoyed them. And before I wrap up this video, I actually want to show you guys something really cool that I noticed while I was editing this video. And I'm going to show you guys on the Japanese trailer because you can see it more clearly there, but you can also see it on the American trailer as well. And it's that at the very end, when they show us like the box art for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you guys can see that next to the Solgaleo and next to the Lunala are two halves of this new Pokemon like object, and you guys can see at the top it shows us both of them. It's like this weird pointy star thing with eyes on it, and I still thought that this was pretty interesting. I don't know what purpose this is going to have, but I'm sure it's going to be important considering how you're getting half of it in the Solgaleo and half of it in the Lunala. Maybe this is the thing that allows them to fuse into the parts with Necrozma or something like that, but I'm sure this is going to be important in some way. And the eyes, if you look at it, the colors match what's on the logo of Pokemon's Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, like that triangle that's in the Japanese logo as well. So I'm sure this is going to have some important role, and I just wanted to let you guys know about that before I wrapped up this video. But yeah, there you guys go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to click that like button if you did, and also comment down below on all of your thoughts on these new trailers for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Are you guys more hype about the games now? Do you guys think that this game could actually be better than Pokemon Sun and Moon, or are you guys feeling the other way and you guys think it's not much of a change from Pokemon Sun and Moon? Let me know all of your thoughts down below. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to cover more Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon content when it drops, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero if you ever want to tweet me something or ask me something. I'm also going to be tweeting about these new trailers and stuff like that as well, so if you guys want to have a discussion with me about some of these new trailers, definitely go and follow me on Twitter. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.